Okay, here we're going to look at the importance of documentation, cleanliness, and organization related to grow rooms. We see a nice, well-organized area here where we have documentation not only on the door, we have it well labeled, we have a key card to get in, we have a whiteboard here indicating the plants that are in there, when they were potted up, when they were flipped, and when they are expected to be harvested, and we see track records right here in a bin located right outside this flower room number 4. Great way of having this documentation, cleanliness, and organization all wrapped into one here. Now, documentation is important because it should be easy to follow in a logical format. Shouldn't have to do much thought. It should just kind of hit the main points here. You can see a nice organized layout here, a little description, initials, time, and what was done. For all tasks and times, there should be an accompanying initials to know who was responsible for that. Great way to hold accountability. Information should be posted, as we can see here, easy to access going into this room. All people should also be aware of the location of what's called the SDS sheets. Those are the safety data sheets for anything that's being applied. Good things to consider also if you're in an area and working, to know where those are located so that you know what products are being applied, and it's important for health and safety. Images can also be included as well. This can be another way to document things, but also include captions and use that as a supplement for this written documentation. Now, calendar. It's not only important to document what you do, but it's also a good idea to know where you expect, or at least hope to be, and when. So we're kind of predicting the future. We could see here when these plants were potted up, when they were turned and flipped into from veg to flower, and their anticipated harvest date, and also the number of plants of different varieties. Publicly posted here, also with documentation and binders here that may correlate with the room as well. This could be also ideas of, the bulbs of the room, how old those are, when they were changed, what the reflectors are looking like, a whole host of things, irrigation events. So much information is good to collect so that you're able to replicate a successful pattern or just one that is not successful. Cleanliness is important. It applies to outdoor field-grown plants as well, so I don't think it's just for indoor operations. Cleanliness should be continual, not just once a week or every Monday we clean. No, it should be consistent. And clean does not mean sterile. It doesn't mean you have to take bleach and bleach the walls and everything, but just going through and sweeping up and collecting everything and putting it in a known location is a good idea. Tools for defined areas is also a great suggestion, but there should be steps to disinfect and limit cross-contamination with those tools. Simple alcohol solution keep on hand to be used on regular intervals is recommended. We see here kind of a sticky paper, so when you walk through this door, this captures potentially anything that might be on the shoes or on the soles here of individuals' footwear. So again, something that should be changed fairly on a regular basis, so we're not building up and accumulating a bunch of potential soil particles on here. Keeping the area clean as just another step there. Simple hygiene, and yes, that is me. Washing hands before entering a grow area. If you have a large area with multiple rooms, repeat the process as you change from room to room, always trying to limit potential for contamination. Assume every room you enter is contaminated, even if it's, quote, not. It'll just keep you in a good pattern of practice. Consider yourself a carrier of disease, and you want to limit cross-contamination. You want to limit any direct contact between rooms that you have a wash step in between. Keep in mind, this includes yourself, tools, and guests that might be visiting your facility. Here, wearing a full-body suit here, the booties, the gloves, the hairnet, all this just kind of limits the chance that if I'm carrying anything, I infect the plants that I am visiting and inspecting. The environment in general, continually keep an eye on the environment around your plants, have a designated area where the leaves are disposed of, and also clean this area out daily to avoid a source of disease in a grow space. Don't have a nice bin here where all the discarded leaves go and just leave it here to be changed once a week. Go through, bag this up, and remove that on a regular basis. Also, you can have, again, multiple rooms here, multiple areas of disposal. Going through and clean this up ensures it isn't breeding disease that gets picked up in the ventilation system and spread through the entire room. You can see a nice clean floor here as well. Clean and organized. You can see the high-pressure sodium lights kind of tint the color a little bit, but you can see down this whole row very clean. It's also easy to spot potential errors. It should be easy for anyone to follow this cleanliness and organization. So you know where you may be missing or running short on something, nutrients in particular. If one plant doesn't look like the others, what might be going on? Could be an issue with the emitters or something going on with the watering. Clean floor also allows early detection of plant that may be dropping more leaves than normal. That can just get you to inspect that plant a little bit more and catch any potential problems early. Daily tasks: you want to change footwear or clothing when entering your grow area to reduce potential for contamination. Check all systems, fans, lights, CO2, water, so on and so forth. Here there's glasses, because these are high pressure sodium lights for grower comfort, and also you can see different size gloves here to ensure always changing out gloves with each room. Check the plants, but also don't forget to check the undersides of the leaves as well. Don't just kind of look at all the tops of the leaves. And be mindful as you're going through and doing these inspections to remove any dead or sick leaves that you notice. Prevention is better than control. Keeping the area clean is a key to disease and pest prevention. This includes also the blades of the fan, the water tanks, the walls, the floor, everything. We don't want to just limit it to just checking one thing. Soil surface, the plants, the ceiling, the walls, the fans, the tools, equipment, even yourself need to be considered as far as preventing any potential for contamination. Lastly, if you do have a problem room or one that may be experiencing an issue, just chose this picture randomly here, but if you do have rooms of various cleanliness, always start with the cleanest rooms first and work your way towards the dirtier rooms or areas. This will help limit the spreading of disease to your entire operation. Most people want to go to the room that's got all the disease first, take care of that, but then that disease as soon as on you and you're transferring that to your other rooms. So always start with the cleanest room and progress to the dirtiest room, so you're not kind of adding any infection, cross-contaminating those spores that might be in the dirty room into your clean room. And all this taken into consideration is that connection between the importance of continual documentation, cleanliness, and organization for an efficient grow operation.